Hi, folks. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. This morning, I jumped out of bed. Well, I didn't jump out. I kind of just sort of rolled out and fell on the floor. Actually, haven't had my coffee yet, but that's another story. Anyway, I was looking at randomly an interview, how to interview for a job. Films on YouTube. Don't know why I kind of turned to that, but apparently on this particular tape, the coaches were taping different people to find out how they look on film, how they present themselves. Excellent exercise, very entertaining, and eye-opening. And I began to think, well, I've employed, some artists for jobs when they get to be too heavy for me. And if I were interviewing a caricature artist to assist me on a particular job, what attributes would I be looking for in order to say, yes, the job is yours? Now, quite aside from being able to draw, by that I mean you draw a face and it doesn't look like a lampshade, okay? Quite aside from being able to draw accurately also, there's one thing I feel, in my opinion, and opinions may vary, but this is me. One thing that I feel that every professional caricature artist, whether they do party entertainment or even if they do retail, is speed. Speed is essential. And I'll tell you why. The faster you are, if you're doing retail, the more money you can make. I mean, it's just that simple. I've worked on 42nd Street, Times Square, and I've worked, in the other areas around New York City on the street, and I noticed that when people would stroll by a caricature booth, they'd actually be shocked. They'd be surprised. Oh, a caricature artist! Ah, let's get our pictures done. And the reason why they have that reaction is they were on their way to the store, to some kind of other thing, and they just happened to see the caricature artist. And so, on pure impulse, they wanted to get a picture done. They did not plan to see the artist. They discovered him, and now they're going to sit down in a chair and get the picture done. And that's great, okay? When the person sits down, however, and they have to sit 15, 20, I've even seen guys do 30 minutes on a picture, even though the picture will come out good, they're somewhat kind of antsy, like, oh, gee, I was just passing by. I was on my way somewhere in a lot of cases. I stopped. I wanted this to be a little quicker, but now I'm committed to stay. And they stay. Okay, and like I said, the picture may be good. And I've heard people in line who are waiting saying, this is going to take too long. And they just kind of go off. Now, that's not to say that there are people who just love the picture so much that they're definitely committed and they're going to stay for the 15 to 20 minutes. But, in my opinion, you're actually losing money. You're losing potential customers because you're just too darn slow. Okay? So, that's just a basic thing. A caricature sometimes on the street is an impulse item. The person discovers you, they don't know that you're there. You have to do it fast. Why? So you can go on to the next person and do him fast, and go on to the next person and do her fast, and so on and so on and so forth. So speed is an essential quality, one that you should be developing all throughout your caricature career. Now, for a party, it's even more essential. I remember doing a big time party, and there was a kind of a famous caricature artist here. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to get sued or punched in the mouth. But, this artist was sitting next to me. I was really excited because they were very skillful and everything. And, I did my drawing. We both had a customer at the same time. And I did a drawing. And I looked over and the person was still doing their drawing. So I got another customer in my chair and I did their drawing. And I looked over and this person was still doing their drawing. So then I got another person in my chair and I did my drawing and I looked across and this person was still doing the person in their chair. So I didn't get a person in my chair and I actually did the drawing of their person, and finished at the same time that they had finished. And I said, wow, you had actually 3 people that I did, actually 4 people counting his person that I did without him knowing it, in his chair. And he just worked on that one. And let me tell you, that one that he did, that was absolutely an excellent job. But to be, for 3 people to pass by, you know what I mean? While you're just working on the one, you're cheating your client. Your client is paying you a lot of money, a substantial amount of money, for you to do the whole room. Now I know theoretically that's impossible in a lot of cases, but they want you to do a substantial amount of people. You owe it to your client to do that, and nothing is worse than being in a party, having a lot of money, getting paid a lot of money, and you're spending 15 to 20 minutes doing one person, and you've got a line out the door, knowing that you're definitely going to leave by the time that line gets cleared out. It's really criminal to do that. Okay, so speed is essential as a professional caricature artist, and you must work on ways to get faster. Now, I know what you're thinking. Actually, I don't know what you're thinking. But you might be thinking, well, Elgin, how do I get faster? I can tell you, but it's got to cost you. And the answers are found in the caricature correspondence course. There are exercises that I have done, that I do daily, that you can definitely do to make yourself faster. These exercises, I will admit, take time and they take effort. This is not going to be a quick fix. This is not going to be an overnight thing. But I guarantee that if you are persistent, you will get better and you will get faster. Okay? This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. Sorry for that teaser.